morning students, come to our class biological science. Dear students, we are discussing about the reproduction. Up to last class we discussed about sexual mode of reproduction and asexual mode of reproduction in different animals. Now we are going to discuss about the sexual reproduction in the placental mammal. Okay. When we are going to discuss about the sexual reproduction in the placental mammal like human beings. Who are they? Human. So human beings, it is very important to know about the different types of parts that are present in the male and female reproductive organs. What are the parts that are present in the male and female reproductive organs and their functions? Do you understand? Okay, now we are going to discuss about the reproduction in the placental mammal like human beings. Before going to learn, different types of parts are present in the both male and female reproductive organs. Both male and female reproductive organs, and they have the different types of functions. First, we will take the example of male reproductive system. Okay, now I am explaining about male reproductive system. A male reproductive system. Okay, if we observe the male reproductive system, a number of parts are present in it. Different types of parts are present in the male reproductive system. In the male reproductive system, the first one, a pair of testes is present. The first point, testes. So these are a pair of testes. Second one, a pair of vas afferentia. So this one. Second one, vas afferentia. Third one, epididymis. A pair of testes. Second point, vas afferentia. Third one, epididymis. Fourth one, vas deferens. Okay, vas afferentia. This one vas deferens. Fifth one, seminal vessel. Okay, sixth one. Here sixth one. That is ejaculatory duct. Okay, seventh one, prostate gland. Eighth one, Cowper gland. Ninth one, urethra. 10th one, penis. Okay, so dear students, carefully observe the points in your textbook. A pair of testes, a pair of vas afferentia, a pair of epididymis, a pair of vas deferens, a pair of seminal vessels, prostate gland, Cowper gland, ejaculatory duct, urethra, and penis. These are the 10 points that I have given in your textbook. Now I am going to explain one by one about the parts. The first part is testes. I already told you that there are different types of parts that are present in the male reproductive system. In female reproductive system also present, but we are discussing here about the male reproductive system. There are different types of there are different types of parts that are present in the male reproductive system. Every part has their own role to play. Okay, the first one is testes. Testes are located, these are the testes. There are a pair of testes which are located outside of the abdominal cavity in a pouch-like structure called scrotum. Okay, this is scrotum. Testes are located in a abdominal cavity. Do you understand? There are a pair of testes located outside of the abdominal cavity in a pouch-like structure called scrotum. In testes, there are highly coiled seminiferous tubules are present. So these are seminiferous tubules. Seminiferous tubules. Okay. Listen carefully. In testes, there are highly coiled. Coil means murtal banna. Highly coiled seminiferous tubules are present. Okay, which produce the sperms. Okay, these highly coiled seminiferous tubules are present. These tubules produce the sperms in the hundreds of millions. In the hundreds of millions. Do you understand? The male sex hormone testosterone. Testosterone also produced by these testes. Okay, there are a pair of testes that present in the outside of abdominal cavity. In the testes, there are highly coiled seminiferous tubules are present, which produce the sperms by meiosis process. Which produce the sperms by the meiosis process in the hundreds of millions. Male sex hormone testosterone also produced by these testes. Scrotum. Here scrotum also is there. Pouch-like structure called scrotum. Scrotum maintains the low body temperature. So okay, scrotum maintains the low temperature of the testes, which is 2 to 2 degrees Celsius lower than the body temperature. Do you understand that? Because this temperature is very important for the formation of sperms. Okay? A pair of testes present in the abdominal cavity in a pouch-like structure called scrotum. Scrotum. There are highly coiled seminiferous tubules are present, which produce the sperms by the meiosis process. And male sex hormone testosterone also produced by these testes. Scrotum helps in the maintaining of the low temperature of the testes. Low temperature of the testes than the body temperature, that is 2 to 2.5 degrees Celsius. Because this type of temperature is very important for the production of the sperms. So the first one, sperms, is over. The second one is vas afferentia. Vas afferentia. Dear students, vas afferentia, the seminiferous tubules, these tubules, the seminiferous tubules opens into vas afferentia. So this part. In our textbook it is not there, that part. The seminiferous tubules opens into vas afferentia, which carry the sperms into epididymis. Okay, the seminiferous tubules opens into vas afferentia. Vas afferentia carry the sperms into epididymis. Okay, third one. Epididymis. One in each side. The vas afferentia opens into the epididymis. Okay, one in each side, the vas afferentia opens into the epididymis. Epididymis temporarily stored the sperms. Epididymis store the sperms. Store sperms. Okay, listen carefully. One on each side, epididymis is present. Vas afferentia opens into the epididymis. It carries the sperms into epididymis. Okay, so epididymis, highly coiled tubules are present. Okay, which is present at the posterior side of the testes. So epididymis is present at the posterior side of the testes. It temporarily stores the sperms, or it stores the sperms. Do you understand? One on each side, epididymis is present. Vas efferentia opens into the epididymis. Highly coiled tubules are present. Which present? Highly coiled tube. It is a highly coiled tube present at the posterior side of the testis. Sperms are stored here. The fourth point is vas deferens. Vas deferens. From the epididymis, look at here. From the epididymis arise the vas deferens. From the epididymis, from here, from the epididymis, vas deferens is arise. A pair of vas deferences arise. Look at carefully. From the epididymis, a pair of vas deferences arise, which ascending into the loop of the ureter, which ascending into the body along the looping of ureter. Okay. Next one. To understand vas deferens, from each epididymis arise vas deferens, which ascending into the body along the ureters. Along the ureters. Next one. Fifth one. Seminal vessels. Seminal vessels. These are seminal vessels. Seminal vessels opens into the vas deferens. They secretes a fluid. They secretes a fluid. The fluid is useful for providing energy when the sperms are outside of the body. Do you understand? Seminal vessels opens into vas deferens. They produce a fluid which provides the energy to the sperms when they are outside of the body. That is about seminal vessels. And the sixth one is ejaculatory duct. Listen carefully. A duct of the seminal vessel. Okay, a duct of the seminal vessel joins with the vas deferens here. A duct of the seminal vessel joins with the vas deferens and forms the ejaculatory duct here. Ejaculatory duct. This one ejaculatory duct. Okay? A tube of a duct of the seminal vessel along with the vas deferens opens into the open as ejaculatory duct. Okay, so about ejaculatory duct. Next one is prostate gland. Seventh one is prostate gland. Prostate gland produces its secretions into the urethra. Prostate gland secretes or release its excretions. Do you understand? Secretes its releases into the urethra, which keeps the sperms active, and provide nutrition. Next, eighth one is copper gland. What is that? Copper gland. So copper gland produces its secretions into urethra, which makes the urethra lubricating, which makes the wetness, that means lubricating. Okay, so copper glands produces secretions into the urethra, which makes the urethra lubricated. Okay, now next, the ninth one is urethra. The last one is urethra. In the males, the urethra not only expels the urine outside, excrete the urine outside, it is the path of releasing sperms. through the urethra, the sperms are released outside. So it is also known as urinogenital duct. What is that? Urinogenital duct. So dear students, this is the process and the points that present in the male reproductive system. The first point is testes. A pair of testes are present in a pouch-like structure called scrotum in the abdominal, outside of the abdominal cavity. There are highly coiled seminiferous tubules are present, which produce the sperms by the meiosis process in the hundreds of millions. And also the testes produce the male reproductive hormone testosterone. The scrotum helps in maintaining the lower temperature of testes. Do you understand? The scrotum helps in maintaining the low temperature of testes, that is 2 to 2.5 degrees Celsius, 2 to 2.5 degrees Celsius less than the body temperature. Less than the body temperature, because the temperature is very important for the production of sperms. The second point is vas afferentia. Seminiferous tubules opens into the vas afferentia, which carry the sperms into epididymis. Third point, epididymis. Epididymis, one in each side. Vas afferentia opens into the epididymis. Epididymis contains a highly coiled tube which opens at the posterior side of the testis. Which is present at the posterior side of the testis. Sperms are temporarily stored in the epididymis. The fourth one is vas deferens. From the epididymis arises vas deferens, which carry the sperms. Next, seminal vessels. The seminal vessels opens into the vas deferens and it forms the ejaculatory duct. Seminal vessel secretes a fluid which gives energy to the sperms and also nutrition. Which gives energy when the sperms are outside of the body. Ejaculatory duct. The duct of the seminal vessel and vas deferentia form as ejaculatory duct, which expel the sperms outside from the urethra. The next one is prostate gland. The secretions released by this prostate gland, which keeps the fluid is present, prostate fluid is present, that keeps the sperms active, and provide nutrition. Copper gland secretes its secretions, it releases its secretions into the urethra to make the urethra lubrication. Urethra not only involves in the releasing of urine outside, it also involves in the sexual reproduction. It is also known as urinogenital duct. Urinogenital duct. So that is about male reproductive system. Thank you.